What if I told you that NATO may be heading into one of its most tense moments in years? That's exactly what's happening right now after Estonia claimed that 3 Russian MiG-31 fighter jets violated its airspace on Friday. According to Estonian officials, the jets entered over the Gulf of Finland without permission and stayed for a full 12 minutes before being escorted out. NATO immediately scrambled jets from Finland, Sweden, and Italy as part of its ongoing mission to secure the alliance's eastern flank. A NATO spokesperson called it yet another example of reckless Russian behavior, while stressing the alliance's readiness to respond at a moment's notice. Russia, for its part, has denied any violation and insists its aircraft were following international regulations. But for Estonia and its NATO partners, this latest incident raises a bigger question. Estonia isn't treating this lightly. Prime Minister Kristen Michel announced that the country has formally triggered Article 4 of the NATO Treaty, which requires urgent consultations among all 32 member states whenever a member feels its security is under threat. This is only the second time in September alone that a NATO nation has called for such action. Poland did the same earlier this month after Russian drones crossed into its territory. Michel emphasized that NATO's response must be both united and strong, highlighting that this isn't just about Estonia, but about the security of the alliance as a whole. We consider it essential to consult with our allies to ensure shared situational awareness and agree on our next joint steps, she said. That message underscores how quickly this incident is being elevated from a regional border dispute to a matter of collective defense, one that could potentially shape NATO's posture for the months ahead. The details of the violation make it even more alarming. Estonian authorities said the Russian jets entered from the northeast with no flight plans filed, transponders switched off, and no two-way radio contact with Estonian air traffic control. Once inside Estonian skies, they were intercepted and escorted out by Italian F-35 jets stationed in the country under NATO's Baltic air policing mission. Finnish jets had already been scrambled to meet the Russian aircraft over the Gulf of Finland, while Swedish planes were also placed on alert. To NATO officials, this looked like a deliberate provocation designed to test the alliance's defenses and response times. Russia, meanwhile, flatly denied any wrongdoing, claiming its jets never crossed into Estonian airspace and were simply flying a scheduled mission over international waters. With both sides sticking firmly to their version of events, it leaves observers wondering. This isn't the first time Estonia has had to deal with such incursions. In fact, officials say this is the 5th airspace violation by Russian aircraft so far this year. While these incidents have typically ended without conflict, the pattern is raising serious concerns across NATO. That's because each new violation not only adds to the tension, but also risks accidental escalation. If a miscalculation were to occur during one of these intercepts, the consequences could be dramatic. Even U.S. President Donald Trump weighed in, telling reporters, "I don't love it. I don't like when that happens. Could be big trouble." His comment reflects the unease many leaders feel. NATO's credibility rests on its ability to protect its members, and repeated provocations like these challenge that promise in real time. As Estonia pushes for consultations, the alliance will now have to decide how to show strength without tipping the situation into outright confrontation. At its core, this story is about more than just a single airspace breach. It's about how NATO balances deterrence with restraint, and how smaller member states like Estonia rely on the alliance's collective defense to stand up to larger powers like Russia. Every Article 4 consultation sends a powerful message that no violation, however brief, goes unnoticed. For Estonia, it's a chance to remind the world that its security is inseparable from NATO's security. For NATO, it's another test of unity at a time when members are facing rising challenges from multiple directions. As consultations begin, all eyes will be on what actions the alliance decides to take, whether that means ramping up air patrols, increasing military presence, or delivering a diplomatic warning. One thing is certain: in today's high-stakes environment, even 12 minutes of unauthorized flight can trigger consequences far beyond the borders where it happened.